Welcome to Karaoke Wine with Jules and Tessa.
Welcome. Karaoke Wine.
Yes.
Brought to you by
Briosa.
Must be
21 and over.
to enjoy.
100 calories, wine seltzer.
So yummy.
No hangovers.
No.
I mean, I don't get
Literally.
hangovers anyway.
She doesn't. She's an anomaly.
Just superhuman.
It's great. We're making her hangover bags for her birthday coming up. And the note inside is going to be like, not for me, but we know you need it. So
Cheers.
cheers.
So good.
It's so good. So Charles
Yes.
is with us today. Today's topic, I am so excited about because I have quite a few of them.
You know what's so crazy is that I didn't think I had a lot, and then I started brainstorming, and I have a list.
Yes, I called her this morning. Was like, okay, I reminded her of the episode, which is Icks and Non-Negotiables. FYI, that's what we're getting into. And she
Yes.
was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have to start making a list. And I called her when I was on my way, and she goes, or I walked in actually.
Yeah, you walked into
I
the
walked in
apartment.
the apartment. She's like, so I have a lot.
I didn't think I was that particular on certain things, but I was like, oh, and this one? Oh, yeah, totally this one. And I was like, maybe am I that hard to be around? I don't know.
She's not, by the way. She's the easiest, most
I think I'm super
amazing
chill. I
human.
think I keep my little, skin crawlers to myself.
Yeah.
Unless you see it on my face and I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm so upfront with Icks. Oh, you know what a non-negotiable we didn't add, and I'll say it later, but you'll get a kick out of
Okay.
it because I'm actually very vocal about the non-negotiable in that area. So do you want to kick us off or do you want me to kick us off?
You can.
Okay.
I know you're really
I'm
excited.
So excited. Okay, so this is an ick, and I want to explain it because Jules and I already talked about it, but pet names. I am not.
I thought this was a weird one.
She did think it was a weird one, but I want to explain a little bit further. If I don't know you, there's a threshold, I feel, right, that you reach where pet names are appropriate. With me, it is not the first date. It is not the second date. It's probably not the third date either. More than likely, it is after I have seen you naked. I feel like that would be an appropriate time to start using pet names.
Yes. I totally got too soon category because I've had guys call me baby and I literally respond like, I'm not your baby. I think it's a relationship thing. Like when you guys are close to, I like dating. You guys are the only people dating each other. Some time has passed and you're just like, hey babe, can you grab this? Or miss you baby. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I can't say naked because what if it was a one night stand? You still can't call me baby.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Well, you're not calling me baby afterwards because I'm never seeing you again.
Well,
So
yeah.
that's a non-issue. But yeah, there's a certain amount of time that has to pass for you or for me to call you baby, my love, sugar plum. No, I'd never do that.
Pumpkin. I
know.
actually want to challenge you because I feel like with me, I never know their names on a one night stand. So I would call them babe in that instance.
Yeah. No, I know their names. I forget their names afterwards. Legit, I forget their names. I'm like, oh my God, that, yeah. Duh.
No, what's funny that we're having this conversation is my superpower is names. I remember everybody's name. So if I don't remember your name, there's a reason for that.
Yeah,
Because I
I'll
just
remember
genuinely
location.
Don't care.
I'd be like, 2000 and let's just say a year for story's sake. 2005 on the pier at night. Don't know his name.
Yeah.
But I know that his jaw was wired shut. I'd have to ask Stephanie what his name is. She'd probably remember. Was not a highlight of my high school career, guys.
I honestly, when you were saying that until the jawwire and shit thing, I was like, wait, are you talking about me in Chicago? Because I did have, but it was actually the lifeguard stand.
Sitting on the dock of the bay, watching watching the tides. No, it was not a highlight. Yeah. Anyway, pet names, definitely.
Yeah,
That's your ick. That's not a problem with me.
I really love my name too. And I find it.
Call me by my name.
Yeah. If you're not in a committed relationship with somebody, pet names are not appropriate. Like, you have not passed the test to give me one yet. I mean, you're definitely the guy with the pointy elbows in my phone, but you're lucky you have a name in my phone.
Yeah, we have talked about that for sure. Okay, so my ick, I mean, all of my icks though are pretty like hard nosed, but the baby voice.
See, that goes with pet names.
Yeah, but it's a total like hard fucking no ick. So I've never actually experienced this. Like, I've never dated a guy that did a baby voice, but I have been friends with couples that do it to each other. Literally, like, I'm like, oh my God.
That's an ick. To all the couples out there, that's an ick for me.
I'm like, you guys are grown ass people. Don't do the baby voice. I'm like, no. Be an adult, have an adult conversation. If you want to do something and you automatically go into a baby voice, I don't even want to be friends with you.
No. That's not good. There is a difference though, because I feel like sometimes as women, when we're trying to get our way, we're like, babe.
That's not a baby voice.
I know, but it could be like, or just like, cuddle me.
Yeah, no, that's not a baby voice either. Like, this is, and I have their conversations in my head right now, and I was like, this is so cringe. So cringe. And he was older. I don't know if this played into anything, but he was definitely older than her, and she was not a baby, but she was definitely a good 15 years younger than him. And I was like, you need to not play into this baby thing. It's not cute. I was like,
and
be an adult.
He was using the baby voice?
No, she would use it, but he would reciprocate. It was their love language. I don't know. It was fucking weird, guys. And I did not want to have any part of it. I was just around it, and I was just like,
I think,
gag.
Yeah, I think the baby talk that you're talking about is, I feel like.
You remember the Sex and the City episode where he was like, do you want a man on nipples? And she was like,
my whittle.
Get out.
He said, my whittle. And she was like, what did you just say?
I think he was like inside her, and she was like, get out.
And he was like a cop, or wasn't he like sometimes like
a lawyer or some like high executive?
High power. What is wrong with you guys?
No, thank you.
Oh my god.
Yeah, baby voice. Ooh. Out.
All right. Another ick for me is messy eaters.
Yeah. But like messy with like, okay, there is a commercial out right now, and the guy literally has a chip, and he puts his whole hand in the guacamole, and I gag every time I see that.
He like starts licking his fingers.
Yes.
Right?
And the person is like, what are you doing? If I ever saw that, and I'm all about etiquette, right?
Yes.
Like, stand up straight. If you don't know how to cut your steak, like if you don't know how to hold your knife the right way, and you hold it like a child, gotta go.
Yeah.
Gotta go.
Yeah. I think of...
But messy eaters.
Like,
the only time you could be messy is when you're eating barbecue.
Yes.
Chicken wings. Or me. You were ready for that.
I'm jealous it didn't come out of my mouth.
Mm. Yeah, that's a good one.
Amen to that, girlfriend. Yeah. Slappity. Get in.
All in your face.
All in your face.
Oh my God. Dad, sorry.
I'm bothered.
Yeah.
God, my sex drive these days.
But when it does happen, like, how do you react to that? Is it like on your face? You're like,
oh, that.
Like mean girl, like,
oh no,
face?
that is an immediate fix situation.
You're like, do you do the baby here's a paper towel, here's a napkin, or like, babe, don't do that. Like, how do you navigate that?
I remember with Eunuch, when we were eating at his house, like I would be like eating. He wasn't like a really messy eater in public, and that's really where it's an ick for me. At home, like whatever, like do whatever the fuck you want. Like I'm not judging you there.
So it's just like the social aspect of like being seen in public, have some social grace.
Right. When you're at home and you're relaxing and you're like eating an egg sandwich and like it drips on your face and you wipe it off, like food on face, like I can't
even say anything. Remember when we were on that road trip and you literally had lettuce on your cheek? I didn't tell you. I just started recording.
She did. Okay, but also when we're on
But it was cute.
We're on the subject, food and teeth. Because we're talking about this. That's an ick for me. But I tell people, I don't care who you are. Even if I don't know you or your zipper's down, I will tell you.
Yes.
Complete stranger.
Yes.
Like you have something in your teeth right now.
Well, teeth in general is a big like hygiene. If you don't have good teeth, I can't date you.
It's the first thing I look at. Eyes, then teeth, then hands. For the ring and the size.
Guys, I look at toenails. I hate feet first and foremost. Like I don't want to touch them. I don't want them in my face. I despise feet.
And
I still have
groomed too. Like,
no, like
I don't
the
mind
whole thing.
Like it's just like if you have you need to smell clean. My favorite thing is when they smell so good and you just like nuzzle in their neck.
Yeah, I like my guys to care about what they look like and how they smell and grooming. Like men, don't be a hairy bush down there. Like we don't want to floss. Like totally gross. You had that when you're like picking out the hair and you're like, okay, like fix that situation. I don't have a situation. It's not a situation.
No. Yeah, proper hygiene.
Handle your shit.
Yeah, you have to.
I think it's just respect.
It is
if
respect.
you love me, you won't want that situation.
Well, it's just, I think that also goes into, even when you're in a relationship, don't get too comfortable. Like, yeah, we get it. Like, there's lazy Sundays. Sometimes you're like, damn, I need to like literally get in and wash myself. Like, it's a situation. Like, we went out last night. We've been lazy on the couch. Like, time to like, get in the shower. But also, it's just don't get too comfortable where that's like, I sometimes also, and I guess it depends, but like, I'm not a big I love morning sex, don't get me wrong, but I'm like a sneak in from behind type of morning sex person. But like a hardcore makeout in the morning.
Oh no, I brush my teeth. I wake up super early and that's the first thing I do is pee and brush my teeth.
Yeah, like I don't mind like a quick
kiss. I do want to make out when I'm having morning sex, and if you have dragon breath or even me, like I won't even kiss you. Like I'll just be like, bro.
Well, there's a moment in the morning before you even say good morning where you each get like a quick peck in.
No.
But don't talk to each other. Like I don't mind that actually.
No.
Yeah,
I will
oral
go
hygiene is my number one because I'm a fanatic about my teeth.
After my nose jobs, and I say plural, my smell is so acute. I smell everything. So if you smell bad, it just all systems shut down for me.
You're just
it's not working.
As a dating situation, you're going to be close to each other. Like just take the proper steps. I sweat a lot because I work out a lot. I literally am just naturally like.
But when you sweat, you don't smell.
I don't.
And that's the same with me. But now there are some times where I'm like, ooh, I'm a little funky.
Yeah.
I don't want you near me.
After a night of tequila.
I'm like, I don't want you near me. And I'm very cognizant.
Yes. I know how I smell.
Yeah.
And taste.
By the way, every girl
should do that. If you don't,
you should.
You're missing out.
Because you need to try your own product. How are you going to know it?
How do you know if your brand is going to sell if you don't know
everyone
what it is?
Exactly. 100%.
Okay.
Well, going to like smelling good and smelling bad, like the whole farting.
No.
Okay, so I have a funny story. I get like guys are guys. I have 2 brothers.
Yeah.
I get it. I also had a dad that did not give a fuck. Like anytime he was around me, he was like, "Oh, sorry," and I was like, "Whatever." But in a relationship, I understand that there comes a point where you just have to do it, and it's part of life.
Yeah.
When you get so comfortable, like you still need to be sexy for your person. Like I will never be so comfortable where I'm just passing gas in bed.
Me neither.
And I did it a couple times with my ex-fiance, and mine were so rancid that like he was like, "What died?" And it was not cute. Like I was like, "I'm so sorry." Like, I don't know where that came from. I thought it was going to be silent, but not deadly. But the other, I think it was like a month ago, it wasn't that he did this on purpose. It was literally just wrong timing and wrong placement of my head. But he like literally farted in my face. And I was like, babe. And he was like, "I'm so sorry." And I was like, "Okay, we're way too comfortable. It's only been 3 months, maybe 4. And I was like, that will never happen again.
Yeah. I think it's funny. So like not too comfortable. Like it bother me to that capacity. What does gross me out though is when you have to look at them and be like, "Do you need to go check your pants?" Like I can.
Oh my God. So funny story about me, and nobody was around me, and I will say this and it will live on forever. I was in my apartment. What apartment was I in? I don't even remember. I think it was during COVID, and I was in Brickell at my friend's apartment, and I thought like it was just a fart, and then I felt dripping down my leg, and I was like, "Oh my God." I was like, "I just sharted." I was like, "Thank God I'm by myself in my apartment."
Right.
Like, no one can see this. No one knows that this exists. I might delete this afterwards with guilt. No, I won't.
No,
but
we've all been there, though. I remember
could
this.
you imagine it happening like in
I know
in
plenty
public?
of people. I'm not gonna
Oh
get
my
into
God.
their
I
stories.
would die. I would literally die.
I have friends who it's happened to them in public, and I'd laugh about it all the time. There was this meme that this person posted, like, "Oh, I might be XYZ, but at least I can say I've never like shit my pants in public." And the comment right below goes, "You mean not yet?" Like,
yeah.
There's always something's gonna happen.
Something's bound to happen.
Yeah, something is bound to happen. But we've all accidentally been there when we're like, "Excuse me," like, excuse you. And thank God you were at your house. I don't think I've ever.
I mean, it was during COVID, so I definitely was by myself.
Yeah.
Eating Uber Eats, drinking a lot, like just having the best time by myself, making TikTok videos. I was like, "Oh my God, I totally did it."
You would have got it on camera during TikTok video. Like,
Oh, no, I didn't even know it was happening until it happened.
You're like,
Yeah.
Oh my
Kinda.
God. I love it. That's such a good one. Well, since we're on this, because
Yeah.
we're talking about hygiene a lot, blowing your nose at a table, picking your teeth at a table, like, don't do it. Go to the bathroom.
I've done that.
With floss?
No, but like, you know, when you like see in the mirror and you just like, or like your phone.
That's different. I mean, like getting into your
Why you go to
teeth
the bathroom
or blowing your nose. It's the same as when people, and it's because I travel a lot, do not clip your nails on an airplane.
Okay, I have the same one. Not the airplane one, but I hate the noise.
Don't do it.
And like sorry to all my guys, friends and exes, they all do it. And they leave it in a pile. And I'm like,
And they do it on the, like,
yes.
go to the bathroom. Do it over the sink.
It's like nails on a chalkboard hearing the click. But it's so weird that I can hear when I do my toenails, but I can't hear it when it's not mine.
Yeah. Like, it's, yeah. Like,
We sound crazy, but I'm like,
but
go to the bathroom and put them in the trash can so I don't have to pick them up. Or I don't want to find them on the carpet.
No.
Like, oh.
No, it's so gross. And I think it's because, like,
I get like goosebumps just thinking about it.
it's just, I feel like men's toenails for some reason are so much more aggressive than women's. And maybe because we get them done all the time. But like when they go in there, it literally sounds like a chainsaw hacking at a redwood. Like, what is happening?
It's literally, I can't believe I literally have the same one. Same one. Crossing it off my list.
We're just like all this hygiene. I'm just like, just listen. Like,
Yeah, no.
it's just also, if you have the ability, since we're on hygiene and we were just talking about farting earlier because it's funny, if you know that you need to make a bowel movement and it's not going to be the cutest thing in the world, go use a different restroom that's not right next to the person. Because like,
Yeah. And like turn on the water.
and turn on the water,
Or like play music.
something. Because I dated a man with IBS and like,
Oh, that's sad.
it wasn't really IBS. It was the fact that he just didn't eat healthy.
Oh.
He was just a nasty
Because
person.
IBS is a serious
It
problem.
is, but I just
and
was
that's
trying-
really unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. It wasn't that. It might have been, but he was gross anyway, so it didn't matter. But I did not want to hear that after a night of sleeping with you and being like, this guy's really cool. And then all of
Yeah.
a sudden, it's like, did his asshole just fall off his
Oh
body?
my God.
So,
So gross.
yeah. I think we're done. Pretty much done with the hygiene at this
The
point.
hygiene, everything. Okay, so I'm going to cross off nails and teeth.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so for me,
Wait, before you say that.
yeah.
Because we are so, would you rather them have, just like a would you rather moment real quick.
Yeah.
The teeth or the nails? What would you rather have cleaner?
Because then, I mean, the nails might go in. So, like, if they're dirty, you're not touching my vagina at all.
But neither is your mouth if it's dirty. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
I can't kiss you. I would say teeth. I can fix your nails. Like,
Yeah, I feel like nails, you can't fix somebody's nasty ass teeth. Like you just,
I would, yeah, if you have bad teeth, it's a no-go.
yeah.
Like, forever. Unless you go to the dentist and get them. But
I dated a guy who had a dentist for a father and he never flossed his teeth. And I was disgusted because like I floss.
yeah, you have perfect teeth.
I'm like a psycho with my teeth. So anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so now we're gonna get into the social aspects
Yes.
of Icks. So I have like just like the social grace of everything.
Yeah.
Know your audience. Read the room. If it's a quiet, intimate event, don't be the loudest one. Like you don't need. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Don't- Just read the room. I'm like, Tessa, not the appropriate, not it.
Okay, but I derated it. As long as I haven't reached the threshold of
Tequila.
intoxication. Yeah. As long as, I mean, girls' night, I had what, 5 tequila espresso martinis, and I was like, I gotta go. Like, this is
I know
nothing.
you dipped out really fast.
Yeah, because I wasn't feeling anything. I was like,
And I had
good.
no tequila, just FYI.
Yeah, no, she didn't. I
She
drink
drinks
tequila.
Yeah, she drinks tequila. I drink vodka.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, being an Italian or living in Miami, like the Cubans, the Latina culture, they're all known for being loud.
Yeah.
And I'm saying there's a place and a time for everything.
Yes.
I can be just as loud as anybody else,
She can.
but I can also shut the fuck up.
She can.
So if I was with someone that didn't know any better, it would just be like,
Etiquette.
just how are you raised?
a barn.
Yeah.
I was raised in a
By
barn.
wolves. You know?
I think on the aspect of like reading the room, I feel like that let's talk about like social cues and like
Yeah.
etiquette in general.
Yeah.
And I think this is something that we are very hard non-negotiables with is the respect aspect.
Yeah.
If you are rude or disrespectful in any capacity to people that you know or do not know, even more, is this a huge non-negotiable for me. We're done. I refuse to be with somebody. Like, I don't mind if you're an asshole because you are direct, but if you are just a blatant dickhead for no
Yeah.
fucking reason, I couldn't be with you. I couldn't.
Same.
I can
One,
do it.
I'm not being embarrassed by you because you're a dick.
Mm-mm. Like, and I'm thinking to take it a step further, especially when people are doing things for you. So if it's your Uber driver, if it's your waiter, if it's your waitress, I remember a guy I dated flipped his lid on the people at the gate. We were waiting for a flight. It was delayed, and he lost his mind. Like, they have any control.
Those people, sometimes they want to be dicks. Because I've lost my shit on some...
But there was no reason. We were literally delayed for like 30 minutes. It wasn't a big deal. Like, but he was so entitled and wanted it to be done his way in that moment. Like, being a dick and things like that are completely out of anyone's control, and you just want to yell at somebody. That was the moment that it wasn't. I'm like, you're not gonna that's not gonna help the situation.
No, I know, and I do say, like, you get more with honey than you do with shit. 100%. Yeah. The other day, Viking and I were getting breakfast at this deli, and this lady, I guess she was yelling at her husband. The way she was talking down to him, I felt so bad for him and embarrassed for him and for her, and she caught me just like staring at her.
What are you doing?
Like, what are you doing? It's embarrassing for you because you're that person. Embarrassing for him because you're demasculated your husband in front of the whole restaurant. And he was fucking just taking it. And I was like, this is so sad.
It's so sad.
I was like, I wanted to give him a hug and be like, you don't have to be with her.
Yeah, 100%. Like, that's a huge, like, good point.
And I looked at Viking and I was like, I will never talk to you like that.
Never.
And if I ever do that, and if you ever talk to me like that, I was like, full
goodbye.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a time and a place for escalated arguments with a loved one.
No, this was not even as big.
That's what I'm saying. The public place.
It was because he didn't close the door on time or something.
But it doesn't matter what it was. Being in a restaurant, that is an inappropriate place.
Yeah.
That is a huge ick for me. When you are dating somebody, because my ex used to throw tantrums like a child. Okay, we were sitting down at dinner with friends one night, and we were talking because we were catching up. So it was me and him and then another couple friend. Mind you, this was on my birthday, FYI, too. So everybody is like paying attention to me. Weird how that happens. Okay, we're all catching up because we just got to Vegas. And we're all laughing, and he literally slams his hand down on the table in the middle of this restaurant and goes, I want a snack.
Really?
Swear to God. And I, like, the composure.
That's when you pull out a Snickers bar and be like,
I didn't even know how to react because I was mortified.
Yeah.
And here's what I will tell you. If I am mortified by behavior, then it is bad.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Anyway, there is no room for any type of condescension with your romantic partner in any capacity or any fighting in public. That is a non-negotiable for me. You can be annoyed and walk away from each other and not speak to each other until you get back to your respective closed door conversation, not in public. We're not doing that.
Okay, what do you have on your list?
I also have a non-negotiable is telling me what to do with my body. I've
never really had that problem.
Right. I think is it just telling me in general, like, what to do. There is a certain respect that you get when you start dating somebody seriously, obviously. But I'm never going to stop getting Botox. I am never going to stop getting my lips done. And FYI, yes, I am getting my tits done next year for me.
Yeah.
I don't care who I'm with. And like, but I like your tits. I don't give a shit. I want them done.
Yeah.
So
you're not paying for them?
You're not paying for them, and it's not for you.
Yeah.
I don't do Botox for you. I don't get my lips done for you.
Yeah.
Motherfucker. I do that for me.
Yeah.
And I will continue to do so for the rest of my life or until I'm like, I don't want to do this for me anymore.
I'm over this phase.
Yeah. This is my body, my choice. Sorry. too.
I mean, that's the part of the me era that should just never stop.
It should never stop.
Doing me.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm never going to tell somebody, no, I will help you with your wardrobe because sometimes you need help.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here. I second that. Okay, so if you're constantly negative about everything, like just everything,
I
right?
have that one down too. Yeah. Just negative.
Because I'm just such a positive person.
Just a victim about everything.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I feel like that
Stop
goes with
being a little
negativity.
bitch.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm rubbing off on her.
Said what I said.
Did you see that?
Yeah, it's just like annoying. The whole victim thing.
I just can't.
It's not our generation. It's never going to be our generation. But if you're a guy and you're like,
oh, I have
it
one.
happened to me or this, and I'm just like, get over it.
Get over it. Move on. Be a man.
My brother always
out.
says, fuck your feelings.
But it's true.
You're a guy. Move on. Get
Yeah.
over it.
Like, it's time. It's one of those things when you are, everything's against you. That was unique. Oh, everything was against him. I know I'm saying a lot of things about him but he just, his name is Ick for a reason.
Yeah. He has a lot of icks.
He does, but
Yeah.
everything was being done
But
to him.
Thank God you dated him because then now you have this list.
It's so great.
You just know one not to date.
Yeah, I know. But I think too, to the negative point, like the gossip, like when you are only talking about other people, that is a huge non-negotiable for me. Like there's one thing to have conversations about situations that happen that other people are involved in. It's another thing to only talk about people behind their back. It's two very different things. And everybody's walking their own path right now. And I'm never going to be the person to shit on somebody because I know that I've gone through so much. So I'm never going to be like, realistically, I'll be like, is there something wrong? Have you talked to them in a way that's like, hey, how can I help you?
Yeah.
Like if they're doing behavior outside of their norm. But I'm not going to just talk mean about somebody who talk mean
On
about
the
somebody.
flip side of that, because I have the opposite side of that ick, is when you're so consumed about realizing everyone that has money or nice things, like,
Talking
okay, that's
about money.
like you're so obsessed with that kind of lifestyle. I'm like, that's great. That's them. Like, let them live their best life. Like, I don't care. They're not paying my bills. I have nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
I want to focus on me, my life, you.
Well, we are, to your point,
It's just cringe. I don't talk about money in general.
No, we don't. We're not.
I just
money.
don't.
We don't talk about money. We are very positive people. We're huge supportive people. We're never looking from a view of lack. I don't think we do ever.
No.
Like,
I'm like,
so,
oh my God, I love her back.
Yeah, we're like, oh my God, tell me.
But I
girl,
don't go
where
like,
did you get that?
Yeah.
But we're not the type of people who look at what other people have and like, we want that. We're the type of people who are like, we know what we're doing right now. We know how successful we are going to be, and we're okay with it. So we're like, you know what? Fuck yeah, great job for you.
Yeah, totally.
Applause for being able to get to that point. I've just
never,
to me.
I think it's also the people that I've known throughout my whole life. I've been around the billionaires, the millionaires,
They don't
the
act like
senators
that.
of this, of that, whatever. I've also been around my rednecks and like the dirt poor and like whatever. I've been around them all.
Everyone.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Like you have your lifestyle. You did great in your life. Like I applaud you.
Yeah.
A lot of the time, the more money you have, the weirder you are and the more shit you have, like the more problems you.
It also true, but it also depends on who you are as a
The more
person.
kinks you have.
Yeah, and if you think that having money is a flex, you're going to hang out with people that are superficial. We are not superficial people. The wealth that we have in our lives is because they are great human beings, regardless of the money.
I'm rich in life.
Yeah, we are so rich in life.
Period. And that's the only rich I would love to have, like, all the things. Who wouldn't? I would be
disposable income.
Yeah, I would love to have that. But I never look at my paycheck and be like, oh my God, I never feel poor. I think that's what I'm trying to say. I never feel poor. Mm-hmm. Even though my paycheck is like eeny meeny compared to some, to others, it's a lot.
Yeah.
So it's all perspective.
100%.
You know, and we live a very good life.
We have a great life.
And we're healthy. We're
Beautiful.
happy. So just talking about it makes me like, I get very uncomfortable.
It's almost like the don't talk about politics and religion at the dinner table. I feel that way about money.
Yeah.
Name dropping. Oh my God.
We live in Miami and I lived in LA. Like that is,
it's a nightmare.
You're bound to do it. I'm just like, whatever.
I just like can't.
I know a lot of people. I don't name drop anybody.
No.
I
actually don't know their names.
I do the opposite. I'm like, I don't know them.
Yeah.
That's funny.
No, serious. Okay, so this is going to be an interesting one. But it has to do with apologizing. So I have a non-negotiable about apologizing, and then I have an ick about apologizing. If you never apologize as a man or be accountable for fucking up and cannot say I'm sorry, it doesn't matter what you have to say you're sorry about, okay? But a genuine apology, Jules and I had this conversation during our first fight episode. Okay, a genuine apology doesn't need to be multiple times. It just needs to be a genuine apology. If you cannot do that as a man, I will never date you. Ever. I want nothing to do with you because that to me lacks accountability.
Well, that also goes into the threshold that we spoke about last week.
Yeah.
So
that is a hard
no.
No. Now, an ick on the flip side is over apologizing.
Oh God.
Saying I'm sorry after everything. It is an ick. And this is an ick, not only in romantic relationships, in life in general. If you've ever worked with me, which I know quite a few people that I've worked with, watch our podcast. Hi, love you, miss you all. They know that anytime they apologize to me for something, I'd be like, I'm sorry, what did you say? No, I didn't even say I'm sorry because we're talking about apologies here. I'd say, excuse me, I'm going to wait for you to rephrase what you just said. And they would be like, thank you for being patient as I was jumping off my other call. Like, women are taught to apologize for shit that we can't control.
The movie A Simple Favor.
Yes.
Anna Kendrick's.
Yes, and Blake Lively.
Yes.
I make everybody watch that scene. Because that is me. That is me. If you say it one more time, what did you say? I'm going to fucking punch you in the face or something.
Yes.
I don't know.
It's a societal norm that women need to deprogram themselves.
100%. So that's one part of it. When I'm talking about romantic relationships, because that's what this episode is about, if every time I have a conversation with you and you're like, I'm sorry, do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Southern Charm, I adore you.
Oh.
This man, the I'm sorries, I'm like, but you're not fucking sorry because the behavior is still continuing.
Yeah, if you apologize and the actions don't change, then your apology means shit.
But he just says it, and I get it. It's like that the Southern hospitality, I guess, in him. But I'm like, why are you saying sorry when you have nothing to apologize for? Or like, stop.
That might be a deep-rooted issue of how he was raised with his parents.
It might be.
And I don't know him to speak on how he was raised, but I don't
know him
psychologically.
To be fair enough like that.
His inner child.
But it was something in the beginning that I was like, stop it.
Okay, so for the last one, I have a dreamer. And I only say this because...
Caveat, because I am a dreamer.
But you're also a doer.
Yes, I am.
And I'm a doer. And I'm a dreamer too. 100%. I moved to LA and thought I could be an actress and like be the next Meryl Streep. Hello. But I was auditioning and I got my headshots and I was doing the classes and I was doing all the things. So like I was doing stuff and then I realized maybe that's not it. But I did date a guy who was an ultimate dreamer in terms of like life. Mm-hmm. And we were at dinner and this was like our last supper. Like hindsight, this is our last supper. And he was saying, you know, I would love to buy a house and I love to do this and I love to do that. And me knowing how much all this costs. And I was like, you don't even have a couch in your apartment. Like you need to put forth some effort into adulting 101 to even realize what it takes to have a house. to get a mortgage, to do all, you're not showing me certain things that adults do to be in that right trajectory of life. And he literally looked at me and goes, I don't think you love me. And I was like, I don't. Sorry. He deserves an apology. I'm making light of the whole situation, but it was a very deep conversation. He does deserve my apology. And I'm very sorry because you dated me when I was a very toxic, unhealed, broken human. So sorry if you ever watch this. I highly doubt you won't, but yeah.
Look at that growth moment, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I was a horrible human to him.
Yeah, I had one of those. It's a guy I always forget.
Oh my God. Yeah, but he was a dreamer, and I hope that he does have this house now that he always wanted.
Listen, there is a difference between dreaming and delusion because I'm a dreamer, and as you mentioned, I'm also a doer, and I can talk about going after. Like, I've made progress on all of the dreams that I've ever had in some capacity, or I've pivoted.
Right.
I think, also, to be fair, you guys were a little bit younger, but even at, the young age of 19, I had a good head on my shoulders and I was ambitious and going after those dreams. So,
yeah,
it is what it is. I think that really the only other non-negotiable for me, and I think this goes back to something that you were saying earlier, is kind of to the dreamer. It's literally what we're talking about, is the not following through. Just don't say it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you can't make the plan, which we forgot to talk about this, ick, but like, if you can't plan a date, you can't plan a life. Like, get out of my face.
Yeah.
Okay. The follow
You
through.
have said that on a past
I have.
episode, though.
Yeah. Following through. Now, this is different than being like talking about something and you're both kind of like, okay, whatever. But saying something along the lines of, yes, I'm going to come see you, or this is what the plan is going to be, or this is where the restaurant, or this is the date night, and then not giving any sort of indication of a plan until the 10th hour. No, like, I'm not doing it. If we talk and we're like, we're going to have dinner next Saturday, and you tell me at 6 p.m. on Saturday where said dinner is going, I've already made other plans.
I am the same way. If it's not in my calendar, it is not happening.
It's not happening.
Viking sends me calendar invites all the time. I'm like, what are we doing now? Oh my God.
You have to, especially for us. Like, Jules and I are literally going to look at our calendars together after this to see when we're getting back together to do more shooting.
Yeah.
But that's how it is. If we talk and you're like, I want to do this with you, but you don't do the plan and send me proof or receipt of plan, it's not happening in my eyes. Do you know how many things I've heard from men? No, I'm not doing it anymore. I need to see the action behind the words.
Mm-hmm.
Not anymore. I don't care what you say. I want to see it. And, in order
to do all the things.
To
get all the icks.
Get the icks. Get the non-negotiables.
Get the icks out.
Yes. Get them out. Move them out.
And guys, this is only obviously from our perspective. So if you have any icks from like what girls do, I can only imagine what they would be. I would love to hear from you guys.
I would honestly... I'm so curious. I kind of want to reach out to people.
Do you do anything that's an ick? Do you think you do something that's an ick?
My hair.
Like touching it too
much?
much?
My hair gets everywhere.
Oh, like
every guy I've ever dated, like the hair that sheds is, and I get it. It's an ick of like, I vacuum my house all the time, but like, it's a lot. And people are like, how do you even have hair on your head? Like, I'm not kidding. Like, and when I shower, and all girls do this, but when you're showering,
when you put it on the wall,
Oh
my God, I did that to Viking, and I when I was leaving the shower, I was like, okay, remember to grab the tissue and whatever, and I forgot, and I was like, he probably found, and I don't have a lot of hair, guys. It was like 2, 3, like
not like me. Mine literally looks like.
But I literally
a dead animal.
thought to myself, I was like, oh my God, he found it, and he cleaned it up, and he didn't even tell me. I was like, but that would, I get it. Yeah.
I feel like that's a pretty universal girl ick for any guy.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Do you have any icks?
That I do?
Yeah.
I would say, like, I say shush. Like, I'm like, shh.
Oh.
But it's like, honestly, I don't know if it's me shushing you intentionally. It's literally like, what do you call it? Like, I just always do it.
A nervous tick?
Not a nervous
Tourette?
tick. I just, like, if you were just automatically loud, I'm just like, shh. I even, like,
shush me?
Yes, I did it in Mexico, remember? When we were like having that argument with the people that thought that we stole their chairs.
Oh, because I was about to get
Yeah, and I was like,
hot.
shh.
And she was like, don't do it. And I was like, I wasn't gonna get hot until this lady literally
because I knew that if you started getting up, I was gonna have to get up.
That's
and I was
right.
like, we're not doing this.
Yeah, this is true.
We're not doing
Yeah,
this on vacation with the bad fucking guacamole that looks like child's food.
Literally Subway
Fucking
guacamole.
worst Mexican all-exclusive restaurant I've ever been to.
I can't wait for it to loom. Okay, so in order to do
All the things.
okay, carpe diem, bitches.
Oh my God, you know what we should do?
What?
We should write down like our proposed what we think our red flags are in relationships.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching this episode of Karaoke Wine. Please like and subscribe.